Vibrillionaire, Vibrillionex, life, blessings to you all. It's great to be back. I've been gone for a while. I think it's going on 4 months now. Shout outs and much love to my wife for holding the space. Wanted to ask you, what stories are you living by? Are you living by nature stories, which are laws and principles and truths designed by God, by the universe, by Creator? Are you living by stories, by society's laws, programmed by media, programmed by what our parents taught us throughout our lives? Why do I share this? Because we are in winter solstice eve. And I'm not saying this to say for some intention other than honoring nature. Nature is the most purest, loudest voice of God. Yet we believe and we fall for society's noise. And being away for a while, I had the opportunity to reflect and really enjoy the gift that truly keeps on giving, which is the connection with Source. The relationship with God, with Source, with Spirit, and the gift that keeps on giving. And no matter what you live, what you experience, where you are, that gift can never be taken away. But yet, as I was reflecting on what to share, this might be activating for some because we get so programmed by society. And I was one of them as well. And I say this from personal experience. We are in the season of giving, but yet when do we give to ourselves? Do we take the time to really receive that gift for ourselves? Because the stories will either run your life or they'll ruin your life. But I got another option. The stories serve to reawaken and remind you to be reborn to who you truly are, because there's something deep inside you. There's something deep in your core that staying busy will never accomplish. And in this time that we are in, of holiday celebrations, people are drinking their lives away like never before. People are stimulating their lives like never before. Kids on iPads, binge watching on Netflix. We have people that are so glued to their phone. This is why I let go for 4 months. And I've let go again and again and again. And let me tell you, every time I let go, it's just much sweeter. And this is an invitation to invite you to let go, even if it's for 5 minutes every day. And what do we do? Because if you really ask yourself, what are we celebrating? We're celebrating society's programming. Because of Coca-Cola, they couldn't sell soda in winter. They created the story of Santa Claus. If you don't believe me, Google it. And they created this story so they could sell more soda, but this story has impacted children. We see how people just bulldoze through a door to go get a present on either Black Friday or on, the sales that are going to be happening here for Christmas and that are already happening. We have parents overwhelmed with pressure of what they're going to give their kids. And then when they give their kids, they're wondering, is this the gift that my kid really wants? And if they don't get the gift that they want, then the parents feel like they didn't do good enough. And then we have the children that, either children that don't get presents and they feel unworthy because maybe Santa Claus doesn't love me. Maybe I'm on the naughty list. And then we have kids that are entitled because they feel like, I better get this present because if not, I'm going to be upset. And then we have this other celebrations of, Jesus' birth on Christmas. And let me tell you, in my humble opinion, I don't think Jesus was born on Christmas. Because it's really, really cold at this time. And born in a manger. In the middle of the desert, where it's so cold. But we believe these stories. Now I'm not saying, because I honor the story of Jesus. Like I do my best to live the Christ-like life. So I'm not downing anything or another. But I'm not going to return on social media to people please, to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to share with you what might not feel comfortable. Because how many times do we continue to buy presents or receive presents or, celebrate holidays, drinking it away? I remember in Mexico we would celebrate holidays and everybody be drunk, even here. And then shooting guns in the air, doing fireworks, people celebrating, yet forgetting the greatest celebration that is within. And cutting down trees. Millions of trees are cut down every year to celebrate one day in preparation. How many trees are cut down? That is the life, blood, and oxygen of the earth. So we listen to these programmings and traditions that if we ask ourselves, how connected are we with ourselves? Because winter solstice cause us to pause, to reflect, to ponder, to internalize life. All of nature does this. The trees draw their energy within. The animals hibernate. They gather food in the fall so they can prepare for the winter. So winter solstice is the death and rebirth of nature. It calls us to go within. But yet so many people are going to celebrate New Year's, wondering why they get so inspired on New Year's, but then after New Year's, it dies down. They don't feel that inspiration anymore because society inspired it. They didn't feel the inspiration from their soul. And the soul is calling you. The soul is calling us all. We wonder why the world seems like it's going the way that it's going. Because we've listened to this black mirror that we call TV, media, the screen. We continue to listen to it because we think one day it's going to be enough, that we're going to either be happier, we're going to feel more fulfilled, we're going to feel more awakened to some kind of belief system, some kind of validation seeking, people pleasing, entitlement life. Now let me ask you this. Do you remember when you woke up either Christmas Day or you waited for 12 o'clock and you were so excited to open up your present? I want to invite you to reawaken like that every single day. Reawaken like you're going to open up your gift every single day. And go to sleep excited because tomorrow is the greatest day of your life. That today is the greatest day of your life. Don't get so busy, caught up in the noise, that you forget who you are. Because let me tell you, there's no amount of gifts, there's no amount of money, there's no amount of success, there's no amount of accomplishment, there's no amount of fulfillment, there's no amount of conquering something that will never be enough, that will ever be enough for you to remember who you are. Unless you listen to where it's always being broadcasted, where it's always being shared, where it's always being projected. It's from the core of your being. So here at this Vibrillionaire, Vibrillionex life that we call Samadhi, our school, I want to share with you the invitation to open up to your present, your gift, which is the presence that is always here, always vibrant, always alive, always abundant in this here and now. Not tomorrow. It wasn't something that you missed out on. It's always here. If you're ready to take your life to the next level, comment presence below. I would love to share an opportunity with you so you can live your greatest life now. Because life will continue. And the question is, will you be directed and motivated by society's strings? Or will you cut those strings and let go of the noise that is going on in your head? And no matter how much sleeping pills you take, no matter how much you try to quiet the noise, no matter how much you try to submit or conquer the noise, it seems to get louder. No matter how much you do to distract yourself, or no matter how much you do to escape from yourself, it gets louder and louder and louder. And society is reflecting this loudness louder and louder and louder. But let me tell you that there is beyond hope. There is a truth. There is a knowing. There's something that cannot even be spoken, that is available always here, always now. And you can live in the greatest peace, the greatest love, the greatest joy, the greatest life in the here and now. And I'm telling you, because I couldn't even imagine living this life. And I want to share that opportunity with you. So, I'm grateful to be back. I'm going to be following up with a lot of you. I love you. And thank you. Thank you for your patience, your compassion, and your love. Because I have not fulfilled this calling that God has called us all to be. Because I used this apparatus to distract myself, to seek validation, to seek worthiness in this camera. I made it all about Michael. And I thank you for your forgiveness, for your love, for your patience, for you being committed to you. Even if Michael made it about Michael. Michael was in the stories. So I want to share with you, these stories will either dominate your life, they will destroy your life, as we see so much, or they will deliver you. They will give you the dimensionality of the divinity, of the deliciousness of life itself. What stories are you telling yourself after I am? And just like Christmas, we put a tree in our living room. The tree represents the tree of life. And the star represents the North Star that is your soul. You don't need to look for the star outside of you. It is inside of you. So you don't need to cut down trees to celebrate and affect those that are going to come. Because it's not who you're affecting just today. Because I came to that realization. It's not just who you're affecting around you. It's who you're affecting for generations to come, from what you do or don't do today, from how you show up or don't show up today, from how you live or don't live today. So how are you going to live? Come in presence and let's vibrate this Vibrillionaire, Vibrillionex life as one together. Until the next time, I love you because we are one. There's only one source of love. We cannot love conditionally. We must love unconditionally. Love it all because it is orchestrated. It is ordained by the divine, the Spirit of God, Source, Universe. I am the I of all it is itself. So until the next life, we'll see you. Much love, and as always, remember who you are. Christian Griffin, great to see you, beautiful Mary.